Alrighty, let's get, whoops, for that posted. And it is not posted yet. Why would it ever post? There we go, almost. All right, posted. Alles gut. Whoops. So. Pen, there's my pen. All right, so I wanted to finish these up, just these quick little sketches here, to do 2 wallpapers to start, and then I'll do a Christmas baking idea that I had earlier. So let me get these finished first, which is just a little bit of background for these 2. Nice amount of space over. Just a little too. Did I unmute my... Okay, yes I did. Alright. Just wanted to make sure. Alright, let's see here. What do I want to do? I kind of want to put this in the group with the others, but what I'm going to do here is just make sure this is grouped separately than everything else so I can work with it a bit easier. These are so cold. Really feel my fingertips, jeez. It's not that cold outside. I mean, it's in the 50s, but gotta get... I do have my notes here. Definitely gonna make these the purple color. I might go. I might go for some of that. Maybe just let's get this filled in first, though. Hold on just a second, I'll be right back. Let's see here. my mic's back on. Right, there we go. All right. I don't feel like this is a really subtle gradient. I think I'm going to change it up a little bit. I don't feel like this is really a gradient at all. It isn't a gradient, it's a full color. Did I not do gradients in that? Even that's a little better. Is due for an appointment soon. Thank you, Elaine. Really don't need you to. I think their system is off though, because I just went in. All right, so I wanted to do maybe I'm gonna grab this. That'll be the back, and then I'll layer in some darker ones that will bring it forward. And what did I put as this color here? That was my, okay, so that's where I need to work from. Sure about these background colors. I don't think they're. I wish I had a winter. I wish I had a winter palette that I saved on here, but I know that I usually build my winter palettes off of this, so. Shoot. Let's see. change? That's a little dark, but it's kind of fun. Okay, I've got to get that out today. I just got an order in, and I think it is supposed to be a Christmas, so good thing is I've got everything I need for it here. I'm just thinking about what box to put it in, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to use my medium. I'm going to use my medium flat rate, and I'm just going to upgrade them. Even though it's going to someplace relatively close, I don't want to risk it, and I think I'll upgrade them to priority. I'll do that more subtle thing. Let's see how it's looking with, let me actually hit this. There we go, that's a little better. Now let's see how this is working with everything else. That's kind of cute, actually, with the greens. I think what I need to do is run into this layer now and remove these guys, because that was designed to work. Yeah, so let's see. Let me just go in here. And I think I can go ahead and ungroup. Let me just pop out of here. Actually, I like how that works. It's almost its own shadow. So I'll leave that as a non-gradient. But I do want to come in here and ungroup this. Oh, I was really thorough with the groups this time, wasn't I? There we go. Just wanted to hit that and make it a little bit softer. And now I can come through with some snow and make things sparkle. I know I'm going to have to go back and actually get the correct dimensions here for my, I believe it's 2688 by 1242, I want to say. Let's get that fixed before I get too far in this Okay, let's look at our dimensions. 1242 by 2688. Ooh, was I off? Goodness. Alright. I'm going to have to move all of these over. And I'm definitely going to need to move these artboards. Let's just give you some more room, and you some more room. And what did I say? 1242 by 2688. Even Oh, as much as we can be with that one. All right, and now I can see how close my guess. Hey, I wasn't too far off in my guess. My rough proportional guess wasn't too bad, but I think I'm gonna push this up a bit because the icons are usually down here. So that'll be a nice little simple background that I can post on, although I'm kind of thinking I don't like how this is cutting through. Maybe if I make it a little lighter. I'm still thinking about my original idea with the greens, but I feel like the tree is gonna, whoops. Okay, come on. I feel like the tree kind of fades into them a little bit. And this makes the tree, makes it pop. Maybe I should take out that line. No. Reconsidering that. And it seems like I didn't draw any line there. All right. Well, I think I'll just leave that for now. And then I'm gonna come over here and save, and we'll work on this one a little bit. Now this one, I'm thinking maybe I like this color scheme because the purplish blue and the red I think is really pretty. You know what I think I should do? I kind of want to do... don't really like that set, but I want to get maybe some bouncing off colors. Just that, and then I have the really pretty red, and there's all sorts of ways I could go with that one. I grabbed that. I grabbed. Oh well, maybe this green. Oh, you can't see it. I'm thinking of the classic kind of red and green Christmas. Maybe these are green clouds going off into a very light sherbet, light sherbet green kind of. Oh, you can't see it. This coconut's bunking it. Something like this, maybe. Kind of staying, not this, maybe a little bit more blue than these. Let's see how that works. So if this is the light sherbety, like that maybe. This is going to be bold, and it's going to be, I'm not sure about it already, but we're going to give it a shot. God, saying sherbet reminds me, because some people say it sherbet, I think. I have, I go to my workout classes, and one of my trainers, they kind of have different trainers for every class. One of them, like, I say hover, like you're hovering over something. She says hoover, like a Hoover vacuum, or yeah, but she's not, I haven't really heard any other odd words that she says, but it's just kind of, she's like, hoover your legs, hoover your legs. And I can't stop laughing, and I'm trying to, yeah, just hoover your legs. And oh, I don't hoover my legs. All right. I need to go lighter than this green. I think this green, yeah, there we go. And then I'll do the second level will be this guy, which is going to be what I just had, and will be a tiny shade different. I'm building this up the wrong way, I know. Alright, and I'm going to go to green on this middle layer, which is going to disappear because that's my outline color. And I might end up changing all of these. But I'm going to give it a shot first and see how we go. All the while I'm thinking about the Christmas baking illustration that I want to do after this. And I also finally made some headway on my sister's second painting. I was struggling with the sketch for it quite a bit, and it was frustrating. I got the first one done just pretty much first try, got everything, got the expression, but the second one has just been tough. And I'm not sure why, because it's the same kind of dog. You wouldn't know from pictures that they are a different size from one another, that this is the medium size one, the other one's teeny tiny. But it's just odd because for some reason I couldn't get the ankle on this one. And I was breaking his face down into very simple shapes, like almost gumdrops, and well, yeah, kind of gumdrops, because that's what his fluffiness kind of looks like, a gumdrop. And so I was struggling with that, and finally this morning I was able to, I don't know if I just took a step away from it just enough? Or what? That seems like it's a little dark. Now I'm thinking this is Mario Land instead of Snowland. Alright, let's bring in a couple more. Oh, Christmas Mario Land. I don't want to draw Mario Land for Christmas. But red, I need to bring in reds if I'm going to do this. So I need more reds. Do I have that? That's actually a nice... Let me just... Do I really want to do one more layer of this? Alright, let's just do one more layer. It really is Mario Land. I'm gonna jump out here. Hey Chris, welcome to the stream. This is two Mario Brothers. But I don't want to make it the same background as this one. That looks really tasty. So, pappardelle is the flat noodles. To about 8 minutes. I need to put a timer on my phone for 8 minutes and then I need to go check something. 8 minutes. I'm going to do 7 minutes just to give me a minute backup. What other direction can I go here? Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute here. What if I went pink? This reminds me, I was in Michael's and somebody got the go-ahead for pink Christmas, and like everything regular Christmas but pink, like any version of pink, like Pepto-Bismol was dumped over this entire aisle. It was interesting, but it just was, my goodness, was it pink. I'm a fan of pink, but I mean, now it's just a little bit much. I can see one or two pieces maybe going that way, but I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, oh god, this is going to be like Pepto-Bismol peeked over the roofs. Of course, all I can hear is the scene from Steel Magnolias where they're talking about blush and bashful. Colors are pink and pink. My colors are blush and bashful. I need to watch that movie again. Okay, this is already just not going the way I want. We're not going to go blush and bashful with this background. Okay. Let's go the other way. Let's go blues again. And maybe go into purples to make it cooler again. To make it chilly, make it feel snowy. Let's go down here and let's do... Seems a little bit better, but I also need to do my gradient. Sick. That would suck. I want to pop the present out a little bit. Maybe. Oh, I need to turn your thing back on. That's right, you gotta warm this other side. Not digging this at all. I'm gonna go here and just make piles of presents. And let me just do like the outline of a bow. And I can have the wrapping kind of pointing at them. Definitely need to... My timer's about to go off, and instead of blasting you guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'll be right back. Alrighty. Fixed. Sometimes you just have to add some details. Right? Well, I think I'll draw the polka dots without an outline there. And let's do, I'm going to group these two together. Petal-y looking bow, but this is all going to be a shadowy in the background and below my kind of poofy cloud thing, I think. Alright, let me just drop this in here. Let's take, whoops, obviously. There we go. I'm going to grab the ground color. let's bring this forward. I think what I'm going to do is, whoops. What on earth did I just do? All right, send that to the back. Actually, yeah. A little dark. Nope, nope, nope. Where's my other? Okay, that's the actual color. So let me just come in here and let's just make you a little bit darker, just a touch. I'll add that to my group. All right, so now that can be sitting there in the background. And I'm actually thinking I'm going to move that back and have So let me bring in my green that I originally wanted on this layer then. Oh, because I want to have some. And I could pick, oh, this is going to look horrible. But it could pick up that red and brighten things up. I think I do. Alright, let's see what today's sayings are. Alright. Don't try harder, do harder. Okay. You can do it and you know it. Okay. It's supposed to be you got it in you, but it looks like a get. Dust off and get up. And then the others. Oh, I have the first part of my favorite, turn can do into can did. That one, I can't count it though, because it's only half. And then I think I have the show must go on, but again, only the first half of it. So that was a relatively low number of pep talk in every drop. Okay, let's see. I don't want to have this blend, but I do want to do a polka dot of some sort. So I'm just going to pick this green to make my dots. And then let's put, maybe I will. My light green. All right, let's see what this looks like all together. Looks very bright. And I kind of need real presents that are I think I'm going to overwrite my original idea completely. I kind of am feeling like a little bit of ribbon. And I can hide this behind these presents. Oops. Maybe. I did a pretty red ribbon. Well, I might have to, Pete's losing his head, so I think I'm gonna, just a second here. Come on. Oh, wait a minute, what if I did ribbon everywhere? Ribbon, ribbon everywhere. What if I switched it around to that and just had ribbons everywhere and not this junk in the background? That would be different. That would be a different play than what is on the other one. Did I get on my ribbon? Right, let's go ahead and hit that with that. Fast forward. I think that might be the ticket right there. Let me go check to see what he's going crazy about. I'll be right back. I'll get a little fancy with these ribbons. I'm just gonna, am I not drawing? Of course I'm not drawing behind. Why would I be drawing behind? Why would I be on the right mode when I'm coloring? Why up? Tempted to go a little bit into the gold or towards the yellow. I need to do a little bit brighter right here for the shine because it's gonna come back under here. And I'll do the same thing here because I have a little bit like imagine light is gonna be hitting there. So I'll bring this back. And let's see, what can we do with this? Not much. Not much on easy mode at any rate. Like that though. And then let's look. Oh. There we are. And there we are. So to go someplace in between those two, this is pushed all the way to the right. I'm going to have to come back over here. A little bit of saturation between them. I don't want to do that for these front guys as well, but let's see. Gotta figure out what to do with these guys up here. Plays off with this blue and the others so well, but this color here, I think is the same. And I think I need to come in here and make these a little bit, well, if I want to really go, gotta bring them all in together. Make this one a little less. No, let's do it this way. That did not work. There we go. So now I need to do it with these guys too. Uh-oh. What? Okay. So still seem to have a string. Okay. Alright, so let's get this down. Of course, it's got to be sparkly. Not sure about this pink. Blue might be nice. Out. Alright, I am almost done with this guy. So I've got to move on and make other backgrounds here. Still not happy with that color back there. Maybe if I change it and just start picking random colors, I'll find one that I like. It's kind of cool. That kind of works off the red a little bit. That's fun. Deep purple. But then do I want to make the ground fun? All right, I'm gonna let this one sit for a while since I obviously can't figure out what colors I want. I kind of am digging that purple though, but nope. Not that purple. I want the other one. Where'd he go? Where'd you go? Definitely not that one, that one. There we go. All right. We're going to move on to my baking sketch. And I'm going to just think about these colors for a little bit. I'm kind of about how bare this one is. I'm kind of thinking I should just do a full illustration for it, but let's go to baking because I need to do something. I need to start. So I was thinking maybe a Granny Bear baking with cocoa or the flutes. Open up a table. But I'd also want to get several vertical wallpapers out of it. I've already done, maybe it'll help if I bring my canvas vertical. If I just think about it in those terms. Gingerbread is like, I don't want to make a scary gingerbread, but she's bringing the flower over. Let's see. Let's do our measuring cups. Maybe a floof has an egg. He says, I'm helping too. Maybe I'll have a frosting bag here. And then cookies, maybe some of them drying on a rack. That's a good place to start, I think. Oh, do I want to make this I'll just do this regular size and then I will expand for HD. Really hope I got that right. Let's move. Let's get some line art done here. Alrighty. The face is a little bit off. Might have to draw it again, but I don't know. Yeah, I think our face is a little off, so let me... Huh? Oh, was your tongue sticking out? Really? A bite and a lick? It actually is close. I don't have a little chin to it. I need it. ears are kind of weird today. Let's try this again. I'm gonna have to start drawing my Christmas comics, because I'll be leaving for my family's place next Monday, so this is will be next week off, and then I'll be back as usual. Alright, so that was easy to draw her body, but I don't need most of that. I just need her head to stop being weird. Let's do my trick for reflecting and making a perfect bowl. There we go. And now let's just make the bowl. I'll be having a lot of Procreate sketches. I probably not every night, but I definitely will be sketching several nights while I am away. I want her to be holding on to the ladle or the spoon or whatever she's using. It needs to be at an angle that works. And then she's going to have her paw. And then I'm going to have elbow. Oh, that went easier than it ever has. What the heck? Alright, and so I don't really need a lot of this ladle. I just need to draw it going into the bowl. And then, let's see. I guess I don't need that portion of it, but I can go back to drawing the rest of her. And she's going to be saying, can take that and do this, this, that, and the other thing. And there's her shawl. She's going to be kind of looping over there and then coming down here, maybe. It feels weird. I feel like so her arm is up like this, and maybe the wrap is going over her shoulders and just not falling down her back like that, but I feel like it would, like at least some bit of it. But then this, I feel like that looks super weird now. Maybe I should just not make it curve there. Maybe I should just bring it down to be flush with her body and let whatever's happening behind, because her arm is like this and it's going over her shoulder, and then you're seeing this. I'm just going to leave it there for now and let that be. If I want to change it up, I will. But I think for now that could work. Because that is her, like a foreshortened arm. Or paw, rather. Alright, let's get Coconut with her bag of flour and Floof with his egg. We gotta get directions. much. Oops. I need to make Beanie's head a little bit bigger. There we go. I might this is not going to be on the canvas, but I have to make sure I'm drawing things right. She's gonna have, let's see, since she's holding the bag of flour, I'm gonna have it cinch in a little bit where she's holding it. And I think I'm gonna just draw the outer edges here. And I've drawn it a little too wide, I think. Group this and get my flower bag drawn. So we have the little curled top. I've gone a little bit too... There we go. That's a little better. And she's going to be holding it with this arm. Our things grouped all weird, but I think I can move this out a little more because she needs room for her body because she's holding this in front. She's not like, Argh. It's like, I brought this. I got this. What do I do with it? Well, Coco, you're gonna bake something with it. It's often easier for me just to letter and then squish. I need to get rid of that extra paw. Goes over here. And I think what I'm going to do now is group Coco and group Granny Bear separately. That's going to make things a lot easier for me to size and then layer as I get further along in this illustration. I can push her over here just a little bit, just to give room for Coco and the flower. And then I need to draw a floof and his egg. he's kind of a portly floof. And I could do that, but no, let's just keep him behind her ears. Although, yeah, I need to... Let's change the angle. There's our eggie. Maybe he's holding the eggie underneath. Sometimes my little start of the floof. Let's hold the eggie like this. The eggie is kind of not eggie shaped. It's a weird looking eggie. Let's draw a different eggie. Let's do it the right way. That's a better eggie. He's still a little pointed. That's a better eggie. Let's make him a little smoother. Alright, here, I've got a better eggie for you. Let's switch. Let me give you this one. Looks like you're holding an ostrich egg or something. And now the eggie has a corner. Alright, we're gonna fix this. We're gonna fix this. Smooth little edge. And now I can come in and erase this cornered egg. Has eggie. I'm going to be redrawing this eggie like 5 times, I think. We don't need the mix anymore. We're bakers now. Where's eggie? I don't like that egg. I'm going to leave it alone. So the more I mess with it, the worse it's gonna get. Oh, I guess, oh no, the table's right here, okay. Still, I should probably draw the edge of the I don't like that tangent, but it's not going to be seen, so I don't need to mess with it. Shoulder spot, although it seems like her shoulder spot should be almost up here like that. Just because I'm being perfectionist today. We're gonna do her tail, which is not on the canvas, and her butt spot. And you can kind of see her butt spot on the real Coco. She's got these marks that, like this patch here is really dark black, almost like ink blots. And then she has these tabby-ish ginger orange, and then some of these spots, like right here, that's more a tabby gray. So that's why I couldn't draw all of that and keep it straight, especially if I'm drawing comics and drawing this character in multiple poses. I wanted to have her marking simplified and easy to remember. So what I did was I gave her an orange cap, which is pretty much what she's got, 2 orange ears. She does have the black in the middle, but I averaged it out thinking that she's got more orange and stuff on her face than anything, so I gave her the orange kind of cap, the black spots on her shoulders. I made them both, well, black-brown. One technically is orange, the other is black, but I just went ahead and just did that. And then, of course, the striped tail and orange, brown, orange, brown, orange. So that's how I simplified her character from a real cat to the comic cat. All right. So there's that. I think what's bothering me about this Aggie is he's so much thinner in line shape than everything else, and it just doesn't. There. That might be better. Looks like a potato. Let's go over here and let's get Granny Bear's lines brought down a little bit so I don't have quite as much to work with here. And this is all, again, I've got the tabletop is right here. So this is not even going to be here. Okay, that's not too bad. So it kind of looks like her cape is folding over her shoulder and then it's kind of going down her back like that. I guess I don't need to clarify that. I mean, I can always go back and do it later if I determine I need it. Alright, and now let's just draw the details of her costume in here. I've got to come up with a couple of ideas that I can work on in Procreate 2. Or whatever the new update. Well, Procreate Dreams 2, definitely. But also just, you know, doing some sketches. Coming up with some interesting scenes and landscapes. Alright, so I don't need the bottom of her body here. I'm going to erase that. because we have a table. And then there's our table line, and I don't need that piece either. There we go. All right, so we've got flower. Let's see, I kind of need to draw a boop in here because why not? Maybe Boop is inspecting the egg. Let's just draw a quick sketch. Let's have her, let me get this gesture of what I want her to do. So she's going to be kind of hovering or hoovering. I'll take that. It's a little big. I don't want to make her so big that the egg is going to, you know, be bigger than she is. But she also has to sit between Granny Bear's ears. That's my rule for sizing Miss Boop, is she is big enough in comparison to Granny Bear. She can always sit between her ears on her head. So maybe I'll lean her over just a little bit. Here we go. All right, so now I can group this and drop it down and draw her in. And then I'll get to the floof and the gingerbread man and then the cookies on the table down here. My goal would be to perhaps finish the line art in 15 minutes. It shouldn't take me that long to draw Boop. And then I'll dedicate the rest of the time to getting those details in the foreground figured out. Alright, now let's group her now that she's sufficiently drawn. I need to make her face over here just a little bit more. She's like, give me that egg. Man, I think I need to pick up her wings just a little bit. That seems like a little bit big because it has to fit on her back. I want to make sure the curve of her fluttering wings feels right here. I don't feel like it feels right. That's a little better. And maybe this one needs to be a little bit more upright. Yeah, there we go. Now I've got my line I can follow. do need to tuck her little digit behind her body here. Just a smidge. And I feel even so, she might be a bit big. Can still sit between Granny Bear's ears. Hi Dee, welcome to the stream. Yes, well, not really. Taken. Be more accurate. Alright, let's get Coconut knocked down here. Because I don't need this here. He's behind the table. And then the table is behind the bowl. Alright. So I've got that background done. I can move that up a little bit. Yeah, I know. Alright, let's get this floof here in the foreground. Going to be a happy floof because he's got a big gingerbread man. He might be broken. This could be a broken floof because this is a big gingerbread man. Oh, thank you so much, Dee. I'm trying to get some more Christmassy stuff out. So I went ahead and I finished up these two. Still not sure on these background colors and everything. I may switch it up, probably not, but we shall see. And now I'm just realizing I've got a present layer that's kind of weird. Let's move you up. And let's move this up. There we go. A random line in the middle of everything. So I got that done today, and so this one, this is the original idea I had. I just wanted it to be simple because these are going to be wallpapers for your phone. And I know that, well, at least on mine up here is on the lock screen at least, that's the time. And then we've got all the icons and stuff down here. So I kind of wanted to leave this. And then of course, when you've got your unlocked screens, you've got icons up here and stuff down here. So I wanted to leave it a little bit more open. But I just feel it's missing something. And it could be that it's not missing something. Maybe I have to subtract something. So maybe it would be better if I just subtract, whoops, not page down, but subtracted this. That kind of actually fixes it. Yeah. I think that line was bugging me. It was a little too stark. So those are the two I got done so far, and that was just taking those sketches I had done last week and developing them a little bit more. Here is a little Christmas baking, and I'm working on gingerbread man now. Okay, I need to group my foreground elements. separately from my background elements and separately from the sketch. Oops. Ooh, I have a little dot in there. Alright, so let's make the little gingerbread. I think it might be easier for me to draw the body and then draw the legs. I don't really make a lot or see a lot of gingerbread cookies. There we go. Oh my goodness, though. Trader Joe's has these. I don't usually like, they have a ginger cookie that's all year round, but it's thicker and it has like little chunks of the candied ginger in it. I don't like those really all that much, but they have these like really thin, just plain ginger, no extra ginger candy or anything in there. They're so good. Oh my gosh. I got those, and I probably finished a good bit of that bucket. It comes in a bucket like the dance butter cookies. I feel like this gingerbread man needs to be out like that. Yeah. Instead of like, yeah, no, let's fix my gingerbread man. And I think I might be mixing this gingerbread cookie. Like, I don't know. He looks kind of wonky. Maybe I'll make him a snowman cookie. I have a hat. Roof is just happy he has a cookie. Maybe I have this at the wrong angle too. Because he should, maybe, if he's looking at it like I have a cookie. Cookie is going to be at an angle. Or unless he's saying, look, I got a cookie. Maybe there's another floof here. It's like, oh, what did you do? I could do that. I could have a little cookie action down here, and maybe I'll make these two guys a little smaller so you can actually see what's happening. Like, I got cookies. And maybe I'll make it a simple ornament cookie. Ornament cookie is easier to draw. And back here, so I'll have the foreground be these two floofs. Middle ground will be cookie decorating on the table. background is going to be everybody cooking back here. So let's get this Christmas cookie drawn up, and I'll be just about on time. I'll save the details for the mid-ground. Maybe I'll do those after stream. I know these, when they come out of the oven, they're like not that crisp of edges. They've got a little bit of a, as the dough spreads. So now maybe let's see if I can edit this to be, let's make it smoother. And let's see if I can just take that in. Oh, I want to grab this. Grab that. You are absolutely not going to let me grab the piece I want to grab. So we'll just do it this way. Do I want to make those cookie edges a little wobbly? I kind of do. Let's just do a small little crumbly edge here. And let's see. Sugar cookies are some of my favorite Christmas cookies, but I have a pretty strong opinion on the amount of icing. I don't like it's kind of like cupcakes. I feel like there's an icing ratio, icing to cake, that is appropriate, and then there's stuff that's just overwhelming. It's kind of the same way with sugar cookies. I like the decorated sugar cookies, but not like mounded with icing. Just like a nice, reasonable layer. If you are team extra icing, by all means, sound off about it. So I'm drawing up here just the little icing bits. On the sugar cookie. I don't want the sugar cookie to be really super over decorated. Something like that is fine. Go. Alright, so now let's go over here. Let's finish out this floof because he's looking a little rough. Speaking of sugar cookies, one of my favorite sugar cookie places has, I think they are out of business. It was either December 1st or December 20. It was basically the end of this year, and I can't remember if they are open through Christmas or not. But it was essentially it was a lease issue with their land versus their landlord. I think that they were priced out of the rent. They'd been at that location for what, 18 years or more? No, more than that. They made the coolest sugar cookies. And by comparison, Memorial Bakery is just kind of eh. They don't have the ratio right. Christy, if you are so picky about your sugar cookies, why don't you just make the sugar cookies? Well, that's a good, valid question. Alright, so let's go ahead and hit save on this. Now inside in the middle ground here, I'm going to have some of the cookies on a drying rack or cooling rack. I'm going to have the frosting back. You know what? Let's just start sketching it out. Let's see how far I can get. And I'll give it another 5-10 minutes. Why not? Utensils, the cooking apparatus. So I've got a nice frosting bag here, and it's going to be sitting kind of plumped on the counter. And I've got to draw the decorating tip here. Be more at an angle. That's something I'm always fascinated by is, you know, cake decorators and how they, or even what would you call Chocolate Daddy? I'm already, what's his name? He does all the chocolate things. He's got a school in Vegas. He's a chocolatier, but he also does baked goods. So I mean, you wouldn't call a baker a chef, but they are, I mean, they have, I don't know, I guess you call him a chef. Pastry chef. What do you call one that does primarily chocolate? Chocolatier, but that doesn't, I feel like chocolatier is more candy, like that type of. Alright, let's make this frosting bag a group, because that'll make it easier for me to color later, and I want to edit this top line. guess another way to describe it would be a multidisciplined craftsman. Multidisciplined, yes. So that's the edge of that. Oh, that looks horrible. I keep turning this more and more towards the... Alright, let me just... That just looks ridiculous. Let me just have that there. That. Frosting bag is ready to go. Shouldn't there be like a cap? Do these decorating tips have caps on them? I'm gonna put a cap on this. I'm really overthinking this drawing. Alright, so I'm gonna go back in and draw that frosting bag cap. I'm gonna move him up a little bit. That is a giant frosting bag. If that is... Now, if he's gonna be closer to the foreground, then we need to make it smaller. And let me just finish this frosting bag cap in case I decide to go with that. So now I need to draw some cookies. Getting ready to be frosted here. Now last time I did this, I cheated and I duplicated my cookies all over the place. I am tempted to do that again. You know what, instead of cooling off, I think the cookies are going to be ready to frost because we are sitting by the frosting bag. So I don't want to draw a cooling rack. I think that's going to be visually confusing and not good. So let's draw a Christmas tree. Let's see. So this is seen from the side, so we're going to have something like that. Let's group you. You a bit smaller. That. We have our little cookie edges. And I don't want to run into the floof here, but I'm going to do that. And maybe bring this guy down a little. What else can we put on the counter? Put like a teaspoon there. Do you want to put blocks of butter or chocolate, like a bag of chocolate? What else can go on this countertop? Do we want little containers of sprinkles? Do with containers of sprinkles. Maybe with little... Maybe I'll draw another bowl here and just have some extra frosting in there. now I think I want to, let's do my reflection trick, because I really don't feel like drawing a bowl 50 times over when I can just reflect the half that I've already drawn and have a symmetrical bowl. Alright, and so we're gonna do like a, let's do like a little whippy, something frothy, not frothy, but whipped creamy, frosting-y. I don't quite like that curve, so I want to like maybe like that. Oops. There's a little extra frosting there. And what else can I put on this table? I think I can take out the sketch here. I mean, it seems like it's all pretty good. What if I did this like it was a wooden table with slats? Because that would feel like that would, no, let's hit save first. Draw these guys in properly. Oh, I need to group all of my mid-ground items. Right. So let's draw some containers of sprinkles. Duplicating, and I think I'll just do the trick again here just to make it easier on. Of course, I've got to finish drawing this lid. So, and maybe let's get this silhouette down a little. No, that looks silly. I can make these anything I want, and I'm going to duplicate. Did I even group this? Okay, no. I'm going to duplicate this, slide over another one here, maybe make them smaller, maybe reflect. So, got two little sprinkle bottles. That, and let's draw a little piece of wax paper here. Let's just have the wax paper come like this. actually drop the wax paper in the right area. Let's move this cookie back and this cookie over here. So we got 2 cookies. Getting ready for decoration. This. Nope. There we go. I feel like this is a little too close to. Let's move that back. Alright, so now I've got that. Alright, I'm going to call that it for the line art. Oh, right, I need to, well, I'll do that later. I have everything grouped, foreground, middle ground, background, so I can color this tonight, and I'll be posting, of course, these guys. I'm pretty happy with this. I'm going to leave it alone. And I'm pretty happy with this one now that I've taken out that front line. But yeah, so that'll be nice. That'll be a nice little Christmassy background. And then when I make it for the phone, it'll just, I'll extend the top here. Alright, so let me go ahead and go to my ending screen. Liking the Christmas tree. Oh, I'm glad you like them, Dee. If you want to pick those up, I will be posting them on Instagram. Well, you know what? Let me just... Hold on a second. Let me just save them and dump them in... I have that folder that I dumped wallpapers in for stream. Oh gosh. Just go ahead and I'll link it in chat so you can grab them and you don't have to save from Instagram. Here we go. So let me go ahead and just give me a second. I'm going to dump these into a Google Drive folder and then I'll post in chat. And you should probably be able to see. Where is it? How do I go to folders? Stream BG temp. Okay, that's where I dropped the, okay. All right, so let me drop these in here. Desktop. Christmas gifts, Christmas tree. There we go. All right, so let me go ahead and grab copy. So this has the other wallpapers in it when I was doing the fall background that was really cute. So you can get the wallpapers. Hopefully that link will work. Yes. Alright, so if you want the wallpapers, you can go ahead and click that link and you can download these too. I will put the other in there as well once I am done coloring it. But otherwise I'll be posting them in my stories on Instagram too. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. I am gonna go over to my ending screen. And yeah, that's it. I will be back on Thursday. I will be doing comics. I'm gonna try, I need to get my backlog put together because I won't be pretty much, you know, be for Christmas week. I need to get the Christmas comic done, I need to get Fridays done, and maybe one extra. So I'm going to try and do those and get that done, or at least a good amount of that done in these next few days. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Thank you so much, Dee, Chris, my lurkers. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.